Hello and welcome to the program Ghana Speaks. My name is Enoch Ejo. Thank you so much for making time. This very episode is going to be very, very hot. So call a friend to call a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, as my dear friend Kweku will say. Ibusumamonia Akwaba. Ghana Speaks in the Obey show. Papa say Tazi no di made it mwa nti ye boom boom. Assembly Bekibian, you beckon as it is. Assembly Bekibiano, you beckon to the Morty. You can't favor Biara. Whatever thing that you're going to say is based on facts, nothing more, nothing less. So please pay attention and listen. That's all. You may see on one from Hawk Investigations or New Wako. Hawk Investigations from Waka there. Say obi easy wo yon ho agol ana we japadi bi na pede bo ban ana bibilo kodo wo we dwumem na pede yen hwehwema on the company also the efron na one over to twon komo 0202283252 0202283252 efron na one over to twon komo dama so na say pede eye ahwan ho enyama today bia na isidan pede ye kalo kon pede ye bibia ebe nya ahwan bomozen de won sabaka oya wako wana ahwan no bibia so on the phone nti awon saba from 0505714871 0505714871 e from na wana oba twetwen komo that don na say there when your time na when some ende dey aba pado nti ebeti dey na dey obi retwo no wale twan camera dey ko fu ho a wo hwe nti dey aba pado they be an inside that light off you light off you can am ye pui light off doom so no in the am ye pui in the ya in freestyle we am make channel ye pui it no ye try on yaba about judgment zindo.
In a world where darkness rules, a world without a law, a world where truth is hidden, this is the world where we shine our light to make it better so you can sleep. We are the hunters of truth. Hawk Investigation Company, we hunt for the truth. Call us 0 any day, anytime, and we will be there to hunt for your truth.
Ghana Speaks na Erishi. We are out, so people are looking at what we are doing, and along the line probably we might talk to one or two persons if they need there be. But the fire today is very, very hot, so I don't think we're going to have that time to do that, but in case the time presents itself, so maybe we might talk to one or two people. This is Ghana Speaks. I hired the Hawk TV. Subscribe next year. Catch you there soon. Nenda Moribi no I show. NPP, the New Patriotic Party. One would say that the center cannot hold. Now, thank you, Tono. Sisi anababe tit for tat, to. Because me tidan can walk thank you, Toy. And that's an de come on for. The Sisi platform no wababe tit for tat. E can makibi ubia ke kanadre. But one thing that you should know is that 2024 July 30 your program be waha. Now catch out there what awaits Baumia after 2024. And I do recall some of the followers in the baby jam platform no say shawoba we sorting and no Baumia is going to be the next president. No baba keken in the mess fire for fire. We told you what was going to happen in the party. Since our assistants from this or the NPP party, one no control party. No. Probably you might not understand from where I'm coming from. But those of you who do not recall what we said way back, that is July 30, 2024, listen with a cork here. Okay? Assembly Bekebiano, yake based on facts. And they are swallowing on a castle like that. But there can woman be more one task. And exactly what we said in our baby. So you're going to have the opportunity to watch what we said. Then you will make your own decision. As for American, I say, you're going to watch what we said July 30. Program no, the title here, what are with Baumia? What are with Baumia after 2024 elections? I want care no time no other one. Say who time no. Picture you seen into call click on that very video. That time now ya Mahamani Devi. And this one very one ya for Baumia. Share some impact. Asame Beke, last time you share yan Papa Mahama on NDC. That's in case no winner more than one one. The maso yan Papa Baumia. So in case now also a win and a loser, Molibi so major. Say I don't be paid by miracle be no tomb a break them 8 year on your easy more. Because I feel uncle for the one who there. You are a man of your own self. Tell my mouse, not Rollins is not okay. Another bear call can snap can Rollins one style. How about some? And if you say, Abaka. Why by no book then? Because pressure about Bawodono. Pressure about Bawodono. About where she done you lose here now Kobobo. Trust me. Because of my nyama ye, Monkofu will fool the heat our system in taxes or console. A number na a come our system no. Say I will a 2 win by miraculous means here. Trust me. On your easy on your don't phone in some na kekano. And my brother at the right time. On your don't phone in some cry. An American what per system of my nyama I then I go. And yes, a case na arena. Na say arena so a Molly be so meje. The first thing we see on one party name, you blame game. Blame game. I want a year day. Baby osan kesika kwa no wanko day. Blame game eche about bankesa. Na along God the boss fiawo. Obeka da awo no na modo na dan nyame nya obey. Ebe very shocked. Oyada oba happen. Blame games oba two. Blame you blame ebonde ija to NPP party ni. Kanadwen ya kanadwen. Obia ba ke kanadwen. Them no oba happen. Another thing, abasan so be division. Party no numu abachiche. Numu abachiche ni hedo lugo. Na no kwafo ba fa no ya kwan kan yesu leka after we lose election no, within the first week second 1 month 2 months no as from Janga so NPP no answer that be because mo bia be kan there anon di no yi basa baba party ni basa echere enyama one party na nkase why Roma intelligence or one party ni no nkofo mbe for one party ni papa because obi fi there baby sikalo kono oko particular place be too much place be too much obi afi there sikana ba wa kache embem mo obi ala nya bi into long run no the may not them division no adababa. Another thing now about so happen here betrayal. Say who? On your magical. The same way you predict elections no. The same way you key. A cash of Mahama ne no so. No so bonda and some you can no so wa ben pepe. It messes a pair, let's be the chima. Go back to this page. Then you click on what are with Dr. Baumia after 2024 elections as far as the NPP. When you click with this very picture you order do ya this is what we said inti at in some lokono now in some ayakeke no in obey me no in some ayakeke no in obey me no ya catch all there after every election defeat biaba party na nkase no ntumi ngina And so be there within the first 1, 2, 3 months. Look on. As some job for us to deal in NPP until there we will do period be. Now this thing no yado besi. E be Canadian. When you are 39.67%. Na ya kan no na wa be me no. CC assistance no NPP party no. Mwana pound no control. Some former MPB na some okay this a paying be any MPP no I am na making you former NPP MP na some all kind on e kwanu chronicle kese or kasa no okay no e muhunde o Stephen Intim chairman national chairman no a broad from Peter McMenu days and I find even how no secure days or day by BC the timer only a chance at the by chairman no sometimes I did be on a brand one san can so that madam lecture down yet it's not meant for you and any time to waste your party obia mo pe bia no oka just to conduct a general secretary Sentinel cannot hold madam bocho moye na ko major pom moye ni binia the same partner oba office 2000 what else about office 2016 aninia come on na ende same mo okokodo iti obi bisa question there at party obogwana no ongu after every election be the mad no or happen or yada or every election be as a party be loser the mad no or happen but this is the first time Amanka Samate a whole former vice president too, head of economic management team or complain there or you know there are 3 days to elections. Why then? What to do fuel? The center cannot hold. Hey, you see, sometimes I mean handless no, and I don't know why. Sometimes Obama, one lead candidate no, case be or Baba become or public because communication they be make or you do also dey sua. Aya same biala na so ya no compost on tebe in public eka because adibo onya beka egu wan fi egu ni mase na manga some people na guess I don't know the deal with NPP na petrol nsam because abeka ya 2008 time na agofo do lead first round ya ko second round ko first so so dem fuel prices no or then and until do drivers me 210 ya na no na do and until do I don't know the time no or then omiem and the same drivers na so what also what would it end on a gun of funyara it will be a head of economic management team na onya way no about to fuel a human no a diabolic act be na way mo be you lose massively and what really was the problem on no one ebia na share the video no this is our former vice president VIP Baumia speaking listen to him.
National Cathedral see National Cathedral after $58 million now nipa bebree if as far as the National Cathedral now adiana 3 days to the election 3 days to the election yet to petrol enyasa 3 days mimiti ya na mekase omobua this is how young see about 3 days to the election ya go to petrol hey ya pese wini anase ya pese na driver for ebuefu 3 days ena omoko to abano enti aba ayeko to yi ebufuo aba na nipa to enyasa ebufuo
Sati the center cannot hold in some ya keno eyilbekebi in some no ena abobo badam no now ashe this very video so oya ken na abronye omo so abronye o say abronye or whatever abronye this your a bono region wo omo so kike bi che won e kan na iso aka yan share that video no I will tell you something.
Ya ka asema na nipa ntie arrogance ena die duru ba bia ere ya duri raging ha mo hu sa me tu me nan ko single constituency akọ ka kire obi say yanto aba ma candidate bi mu hu ye mo amene mo tena da mu kura di mo sa me fro obi say to aba ma particular candidate but ebinum de me din ko ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no na o ma konkran abronya no na agiba omia campaign ayere ba nokura ne sa omo ba mo ho campaign omo se abronya ne soma mo omo se abronya ne soma se ye meye campaign ko meboa eyese mo di ho adanse ye se ma miema no amfro obia sa nkrofo no so omo ye sa di medin ba ayere e kina omo beba mo ho but this time no omo ye ma mebuafu na mom mo obi nkodi obi atem ukodi do obi atem wie na so wia wo se yankoye a unity I mean say unity no eye ayi mo ana mo kreti Professor Makwe report o se ye kwa abato a ensema ye ka no eno na no andisi fo ye re eyusutie na mom wo ya propaganda na obi be yi ano dia entna social media say who didn't panatem na wia wa bakasa memfa wadamfo media. I'm telling you the truth. Obia onye beman chobia ba party nti enipa bi tumi kasa te se omo member omo nye member e ba contributions ye nyisika omo tumi be mu kosesere and they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet like some of them cannot even speak the way they speak because bam fie kura wo fari ebi wo ya talk as ma omo on ba ro be too long. You see, your penukura, Mumianka, I will not respect you, but may respond to anybody, unless I can show down. Anybody akuma wasuru, ekasa, yepe memo party muri yankomo yama. Minisa woska, minisika. Mwe yefo promotion mudibi kasa kukudroso, nye sikafo. Please, who born dog? Number to me talk anyhow. Who born dog? Number to me talk anyhow. Kukuru, kukuru, kukuru. Sisi ya do nisono. Ono ise 2023 presidential elections no or contested do. Yeni ya die nyina peku transport.
Now. Actually, someone may be near Wakekana. I did a thank you tour. She said, I did a tit for tat tour. What about a campaign tour? I did not answer beans, what I say. And I came to this also use sample. I withdraw from them. Thank you to a business in India. The center cannot hold. It's only one in politics and ask me what can do party, but party don't go. Them is semi or Baku Kodu Mudama. For a period, we should not up out. And this is the more reason why some of us we keep saying that. But when you're political career to some of us no. Once a Kennedy way equation the will end. That I am moving you. I don't know how he's going to win though. The moon be that we're Ghana and Abako saying they're not Nefido, no another not Naba. Muhu be that. I stand to be corrected. But Muhu be Adameda. Ena Eshe party ni musisi ya Ken. However, yama pa Ken so osode ne kese no ohwe ne ye baby kakra. No matter how ubefu no kese bi wo wa enka. Da mu ohiafo krampo no mutumi kasa na yen sikafo. What are you trying to say? Nti wana no about to abama ma wa be president. Kese bi wo ho a make the handless no. I don't know, sometimes no say yimpa no obey bootlicker asama boss in Bekibia, yes sir. And that is one thing a problem with some of us, some communication guys. I mean, obi anyom na you don't madam chance neither. There because you are my boss. It has not been kebiano. No my jatu. How? Now best who born dog. Me obi anyim be gacho. Every political person be na you dwuma bia. When you are wrong, I will tell you. Because of that, I can find my case na you me dan yenje dwuma meje. Because me a private family and private business. Me nyum him. Not because of politics into NPP, NDC. As my be kebiano, and you have to support you. That is wrong. I want them two parties in one Ghana you do be in the program. So some community studio. I went to your out. Eh? Light off, doom so, the man, doom so all over. Wakaka, me party now about power. Me party now for party some for to enchant. And you be no NPP, no NDC ni. Ghana of Nankasa and that's why I did. And you Nankasa, they don't two parties. O say ko jiwo nya sinchen. Wo give them two parties. What doing sinchen? You pay your political power. Then you have to do a yimpa. Check Valentine Strasser. Valentine Strasser at the age of 25. Not by the youngest head of state. Or you cool 92, 96. No twin. A long run by 2019 or Ghana ha or Sano Yarba. Said you know I am poor. Mo basic cramp no I eating. Adumbi. Oba Ghana herbal distribution and we are no choir. Syrian president and so on. That was a former on your day story. Go and read or check YouTube. Valentine Strasser, former Sierra Leonean president, head of state, 92. At the age of 25, no take you over. By 96, no 20 because now man, 25 years I answer Ben Okiten. It is a political power kitten with Sema. My index is NPP for my brow wallabread. We need even 100 numbers in Bush, brow wallabread. Now, so some few days, weeks, years ago, no one will keep the power. Months ago, no one will keep the power. Then we power and turn damn naughty. You're careful. Seek the interest of the people. For an easy, a blue form one. Na chance about Mr. Parliament to enable Ruby. Chance about you go around Parliament and you go around some position of government ma. A kesa. Na go phone to check. BBK keep now for phone. I will see you. I will do this. I have this power. Don't you know me? Who are you? Impa. Mo to NPP MCC ya. Ya kano July 1. Wo mu bimba share na woba. Poto. The center cannot hold. I know look do NPP no. One other person no so NPP one shane ke say ye the miracle aboaje no. You for miracle. Also a chance so wo yan se won ke say Kenya cause bodan fun kote one franchem. Person dey qualify for fire jana na yeko. Hwa asem oken. Wonti yo wi amba me ya no.
I can bet you eh. So almost tosso no mu yi CJ we ya. Catch her when say you won kwa. Na you wan hoden na MPP ya ba be mu a. Chief Justice bi o so bia ye be you know. I know there. Yes. You can yes, ye be you know. Because me party no. Any member ye be you know. Yes, ye be you know.
Ebe yesterday say nyame ya do MPP so power. CJ bi o bia na ye be sesan. How can you talk like that? To be ben away kita be kadama asem no. It won't know shadow where you are. What he said, no, I had that party was one of the bacana, and I want we emotions in the deca. You have to look at the facts. How do you know, Mamdo? Come next point to do. You see, you represent the party, you represent the people. Kesa or one was ya. Kesa was ya. Anya sem bia no befuo nu baba no na de wa akoko edaka etaya akoko nsema onbo. And that's one thing I make a chair honorable Kennedy Pond the uso do because obi apere be demand no wa akoma emo ndi wani na wa ka sem anya sem nya na wan post de ya no asem bi o ma wo so ogbo so mo from no wa for back door no we ya no in a nice way asem bi also na be ka se be ya no a there's a way to go about it anya dama by the time ebe wi nu nkofo epo what abamo no one two more now miracle aboajo say about the 40 years ago yen young guy Ebe join a CG, ebe best son. Now, what makes you think that I'm trying to save you at war, another into war? Hey, I'm going. What makes you think that I'm timing? And this is what's on our show. That's all I can buy. Change what is scandal be called war. What you tune down time now? And for the be fair by now, but I best say CG. Opportunity banana castle platform that you careful. Share John Kuma, you was part of you people. Meboa. By the time at 2024 or ending, no one can you be. Did they make it out who's some woman there? Then parliament your way. Make kind of 1st January. Obia you guarantee the unyano by the time one time was soon as unya whatever. Because every parliament be a civil beef him. I am pedant kuslam ko bananke bon paid there for the first time no unya one kwandama. But unfortunately there, what day be mo nanim no woni. Manyamya hyehyɛ no ina obem. Nti impa so na the patch wa din kanda na ase. Ede na ase wi a, hu kona ba for the bobo wo bra. Na impact be na be make wa bra bom one wo yanko nyimpa. Mama party sem unrowu trim. Na eba sisa wo ade we CJ leba. What are you trying to say? That is the Supreme Court na be report katima working no. And you are happy about it. Sure. Comparison be what you make or say any fair. Shall to say at the time wo you nation you be me solitaire there no. I mean the right way. Them 27 charges saw the ball no. E could be a woman. Me feed there a very valid point and am do ma we see the form no say we see the form ni. One case of deputies started the wedding will make accusation that you've embezzled funds. Now so can be chairman. And that kind of accusation, you know, another allegation will make, you know, it didn't come from some mere people, another some opposition people, another journalist to be, another some normal employees to be a baby. Why would deputies direct, immediate, direct way ankasa deputies not start to make them allegations against you? Now say Obia extra Obi the president. No, why would deputies say accuse you this car? Also accuse you with this car. Why do you say we say what's your phone? No, in any manner. Now this very CJ point to the bond there who two can or embezzle abade in this spouse who two can is a spend on your way be into one put on yam. But points will make come no and then judgment no. I had that was ye. A corner for the passing the judgment and some of the comments no. Anyway, is being perceived there, Sebi by arrogant. Sebi by arrogant. Share the video, now listen to the comments she passed after. There, you wasted our time. How can you make such a statement? A Supreme Court Chief Justice. The panel will waste one time then. That's what you should say. Someone can yes biani. That is what you're trying to say. Nyamemo tuma. Ana me kanu shakasano shakasani. Listen to what she said.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Always wait for me to land.
Yeah, I'm not going to say.
Your substantive application affidavit before us is dated the 2nd of April. Listen, let me land. If you had just waited to understand my words instead of rushing to justify yourself, you would have admitted that you didn't have a formal notice to object.
My lady, it's
a lawyer,
yes,
like yourself, like you found yourself muddled up this morning.
Oh,
yes, you have. A lawyer files. I can see what his difficulty is. When you read, you can see he left out some words. You chose to denigrate that. What happened in his expressions by describing it as muddled and confused, and the man now wants to correct himself by expressing it fully. And you say you have a preliminary legal objection.
Yes, my lady.
Where is the legality?
The legality lies in the fact that the motion paper invokes the jurisdiction of the court, and if there is an irregularity on the face of the motion paper, which I am pointing out as the foundation to which I am not accepting what he has found.
No, hold on.
Yes.
Which motion paper?
His motion for injunction.
The man is not seeking. Hold on.
Yes.
Whenever I start, stop.
Oh.
You are going to interrupt. Didn't hear what I have to say.
Very well, Mali. That once there's an objection taken to it, you cannot overreach that objection with a proposal to amend.
Hold on.
So that's all I'm drawing the conversation to.
Stop there, Mr. Stop there.
Yes,
stop there. Now, if you had given a formal notice, anyone would have known. But in your affidavit, you only described your opinion.
No, what I found
that's not a preliminary legal objection.
Well, maybe it is not stated that it's stated as an opinion, but what I was stating what I found objectionable about it. And this court has also said that I don't even need that formal notice, that I can get up when it's about to move and take that preliminary objection. Trustees of the Synagogue Church of all nations. And the strain of them from the court that I didn't need.
Mr. Sorry, I'm not impressed by what you're doing.
Very well,
but just finish it.
I'm sorry.
Finish it.
So I'm saying that
it's not fair to your friend. I don't think so. But you want to do it, do it.
I'm relying on the authorities from this court to take my preliminary objection, that I'm entitled to take it just when it's about to move it.
So just do it.
And my second point is that...
No, what is your first point? Our considered view is that the alleged preliminary objection is unnecessary and does not seek to assist any process before this court. Every party has an inherent right to present the appropriate formulation of their reliefs or other process before the court. The objection is dismissed.
As the court pleases, Fali.
You've taken our time and energy for nothing.
Seti. So this kind of comment, no, if you obey. This kind of comment, no, if you obey. Ada Justice Philip Archer and Justice Taban Fantifu here message Fantifu in the mechanism yo yankopo na ehia yan papa na so ekodu baby a o mesi yinsubanti na under the farm Fantifu ni se bi ma chima anwuma o moti na wan chima hwero Fantifu you mu binom your behavior. Now if you look at them case between minority and majority I would about to win for interpretation no na ke chemie na nkamunsi we area no as there down no if say what there are no more members of parliament they've denied one constituent no representation and to cause damage abada irreparable damage before abada be ekeke go now we have the other constituencies they had been those constituencies they have been without how do you call it representation in parliament. Now we have at the time Speaker Renkwe Ojina do na odiji Andresia mefi parliament no ninya no ehu Supreme Court we ehu it at that very moment no na chede what stance no about political. Meanwhile one of the panel of judges no na oye NPP parliamentary candidate NPP parliamentary candidate your attention was drawn there sinifom mo recuse no ho aye into a long ground who posted the message ready bibia judgment no be political them non for yen do window a political that you were just serving the interest of the NPP and not the people them na dey no obey to that point where they do not could deceive from with the basic form but I am yo because this the attack in electoral commission you attack in judicial service na ya say bibiara and you nyam ni bibiara bio. The next one I can do is and that is one problem we say they bomb against. But no them two parties no. Now academic institutions on ya those time could be attached because for January runs by 96 on you could force by 2000. As I'm saying that time must be on ya could follow so be. Wait on a friend that time must be. Captain timer on hand over the man shout also send a could follow be. Them no san cardinal koye. Why do we say G state institutions? To the extent that the whole Chief Justice no cannot get justice for herself. The whole Chief Justice cannot get justice for herself. That might not be until you ask now what do you know? I know a Chief Justice fourth in command. A man paying you vice in your speaking you are your man paying yet to a baby. I know Shaman don't know. Cannot get justice for herself. How much more you? Another high court judge, Chief Justice, cannot get justice for herself. Until one like Kawasama, never brush ye. I know a Chief Justice, and Tumbe no ni, and so Tumbi or Chintumbi. Ghana speaks na election. You try on Yaba. e be cheche nyema ekul ana ebiembi afa fantefo yan ho one Cardinal Peter Texan Cardinal Peter Texan de o bebe wa kon waso yenyumnyam dam kasa na yaka no yeta asa na de yentase ye be hwe na ya cheche nyema mi twen ho bra.
In a world where darkness rules, a world without a law, a world where truth is hidden, this is a world where we shine our light to make it better so you can sleep. We are the hunters of truth. Up Investigation Company, we hunt for the truth. Call us 0 any day, anytime, and we will be there to hunt for your truth.
Welcome back. Ghana Speaks now. A good Irish. Using the Enoch. Ejim. Subscribe next year. Nemu wuni also ninsen kebi. Tana make a no. Chief Justice nankasa. Chief Justice no. Cannot even get justice for itself because it stands no. This and make sure the press statements not about out within the week. There are some names you order about out they should be considered for that position. So obviously no. The Yamame Chief Justice on the post no. Why beans? Why beans? Damn identity. For the first time under the Fourth Republic. I think the last time you removed Chief Justice was Nkrumah days. Since then, this is the first time a whole Chief Justice she cannot get justice for herself. But then the young constitution, the way it's been drafted, no fair. Since you are not present to me, the Mutum, would they be also in consultation with Council of State, in consultation with Council? I have a consultation now. We make a decision was in consultation with Council of State. So I just recently one came in there, or the Council of State about also and also or you get them. BBI a political. BBI a political. Why say why beans? No. It is Sisiano. Party Bobby Bibia, the Chief Justice Baba. Party Bobby Bibiano, or Nene Yusubaba, Commissioner Baba. She said Jane Mason. I think that's the name, Jane Mason, your friend. Electoral Commissioner Jane Mason. Mammy Jane Mason, she said no one can. She said what we no one can. Possibility will be or a high. Now, Omaya Kwana Bay. It was said it's a constitution that couldn't afford you to be DG. The uncle Funya no say so yes some power be to remove president. They have to go through parliament. The president no so I consent to be on to carry because of majority. I do my baba and none yashe nti medama. Now uncle follow kede Cardinal Peter Apia Texan, another Cardinal Texan. Are possible the Babana Wabe, the first black pope. Brett Beckett for the pope. Wabe, the first black pope, or let's say the first pope in history, are black. Personally, I don't see that happening though. Maybe in the bottom you see. But the person in question, the best interview see and send your work. Now, I had the answer my bar. I Cardinal Peter Texan do na Cardinal Texan do no. Me pere me ka sem bi fan na yan fantefo no yan ho. Enye na fantefo no yan ho. Fantefo yankopo na ehiranyam papa bofo. Adusua. Na so ekoyen kroma ko na ka hwe ho. Fantefo binom. Obayen dede otsen ho. Ne de bia no begging no why big fantini can your position be kejen wo baby a also ye nyumnyam dam ka sana waka na sana de o ye nyumnyam me nya o ye nyumnyam a na wana nyipa ne diska gu nkotoko also ye nyumnyam. First vice president wa Ghana ha George Graf Johnson and the Limans regime no e fantini ko cape ka hwe de abade no ye wo ho na buso fahin na onyi wosisi hinfa no ko fahin na onyi won na yeden onyi wosisi bibi osisi ko kan sinaka Fourth Republic and obey the first vice president abade na no so oye wonu sunu krom abade na no so obey wonu krom so na fantini abade na no so kaye wo central region ho If you are Yaba Atamels, young papa, from vice president to a president. Question a day. About the pan and also okay with way and a cape. I have find you. Maybe the wife will be free. Mamma walk my brother, who problem? A son American, take facts no. Maybe I'm a body in back to name. Sensing maybe also be a catcher the AI tribalistic. The man to them both when I say. I have tribalistic as some way reality and make catcher no. Fanti food be your position KJ baby. No way you feel. You are back Kofi Annan, UN Secretary General. I don't call it Chomusumukra. She may be a quick agent. I bet the pound of Kay will wait. Or do not know if you are Cape Coast. No, I was Santino. But one of Fanti New Town, Kumasi, but on your Santini. If you could find a foundation in the crown, or see what Geneva, Switzerland. Never black, no, darkino. I'll make speech to a Ghana. Bisado in Nukrum, baby, fear. Bisada Nukrum, one. I bet the pan or your. Akaka, oh, he has given us a global image. I have a global image. Yimpa, Yamo Bome, baby, sir, Bofie, Bomoban was so. I'm a chan welcome with 2 mark in ye. On my paying for bear president, do you know what he did? No, a defense minister. And also be played the role as the interior, minister. Yes, me no problem with it. So long as the Yimpa qualify, no, you do much also. Young Papa Nado, a bear president, Kemfurata Beno, Asanti Bedia to Beno. No foreign members, Gabi Munia or Beno. And I don't have any problem with it. So long as I'm Kofono, I don't have one wafer to a Ghana for. I've been in this worrying in one cafe NPP food on remember you. No offend this phone contain. I've been 10 people soon you don't get this in. Damn identity. Say Yami Adum, let's say case be beyond each other for one call phone contain. Because I am called one call phone contain when you see or you'll be out going to phobia, but one call for small brain. My one brain. Kofi Annan Kenya UN Secretary General. Now the master market many times, and I don't care what your view is. I'm not one of those people who believe in him or whatever thing that he stood for. Ghana ni akwa bochiri akopona modedo even Ghana custom point and kebio on an international platform though. Everything that he did was to favor the white man. Now, so you put one who am a body no do not that baha, not the taxpayers' money, or that a burial service or that man. No, that's the what to Ghana in you say Munukwa. What to Ghana in any Mabakwando. Kofi Annan is Secretary General Okedino. I mean, business is signing Obo Ghana. Opportunities is buying Obo ma Ghanaians. Miss Nukro or last one. I bet no ayo. Kwame Nkrumah O2 kwano obaje fawundi Ghana or fight DK poison okay okoba no boxing sikono yen no or bobo Ghana bossa ana leka chem do yenyumnyam and mo ya tete ne there sometimes the nkofo wagigidin etubutu kwanko bebe ekunde ne dem akwese no Ghana nya Ghana fu positions nkofo si shemo baby a ekone busuema ananyi fie ni wo fase common 100 cities nkan nipa no nyi bi wonu kotokum na so asena anka ya dem person mi ke se minyim obi abaya president wa Ghana ha sameka no nyimpa situation wo ma me pere mo boni din na so asin pere be di president ogbo wa na odina akotu fie wanya mpabo no ohiani no ni bi no a ekenye wuska kete be bi na anfi ni no an no mbra it will be captured Africa is cemetery on your body. So captured Africa is cemetery on your body. And your BBC. And if you tell me that I tribal, I waging. I mean, I'm one person. I'll go and watch my previous videos. I've kicked against tribalism. But this is something that is a problem with some Ghanaians, especially some fancies. And it's bad. He been a cardinal Pierre text me. What's okay, poor for you? Time will be sent LGBT. Who send some no? She video anything someone can. Never got to know you. Enyumnyam ben. Sikana jino abadan be Ghana. Ekejon no obi so the LGBT won say yagituma SO or down na yankopon bo yimpa no. Na say wakade hye yimpompo na say it is one. Mbenfo e botu abawo na abonpa am. They can live together without having sex. Wa say mo yelike. Akatna BBC so obi say wa SO Could you be saying I do exist to Ghana had though? It's no damn way in Ghana and Uganda 400 and was also 100 years. Now, what's my Kenya? Why do you are favoring you become a puppet of the white man? The white pope and I said because the first black pope now Ghana me or in the baby I hear your program Ghana in the light of are you proud? Ghana food pay do baby in the common drugs in dul nkofu nye bi nom nipa bra wa Ghana hansen we didi onye easy no bi ko do wa say oyanyumnyam black stars and black stars like kobo ball no waje cap oyanyumnyam because ko abani ibi ben yan ho azuma kobo box na sikoye ni bi ben yan ho na obi be join na be ja catch him there or say first black poop oyanyumnyam ten some can LGBT no two ni ara na bia wa anka sat se won access so there say bi o wa yan papenti e kan be kan boko be so ya benti a tira mami jan ya na anka mu na asa meka.
Is the church confused about whether or not it supports homosexuality?
Confused or not?
Yes.
We're never confused about anything.
What is the position of the church?
What is
the position of the church on that?
On homosexuality? Clear. Homosexuality is a tendency which can lead to action. Okay? As a tendency in itself, nobody can accuse you or blame you for being what you are. But what you do, your action, can be reprehensible to a country, a state, or whatever, because it goes against its norms or its laws or whatever type of thing. So there are two things that should not be mixed. I mean, if somebody wants to wear earrings or feels that this is what I am, fine, that's what you are. I can have issues with you. But if you say this is what I am, therefore I'm going to do something that a particular community or society I live in take objection to, that's what it's. In the case of the Christians or people of the Bible, that's where they say biblical whatever consider certain acts as sinful.
Should Ghana then go ahead to sign the anti-gay law?
Ghana is not all Christian. Ghana is not all Muslim. Ghana is a different whatever. So to say you adopt this to impose the viewpoint of, in this case, I speak as a Christian, on whatever would also not be fair. Okay? If the Christians in Ghana, the Muslims in Ghana, or whatever will come together and say this, we agree that this is a common thing, then then we'll have something like that. But in the absence of that, we need to recognize the diversity of faiths and postures of beliefs that people have.
I see. So then, when the Catholic Bishops' Conference had a different position from that of the Pope, when
they didn't have no. So you're throwing two things together.
I'm putting two things together. Okay, shed some light on that.
No. So the Bishop of Ghana did not disagree with the Pope. What the bishops of Ghana expressing is that a document is supposed to came from one office. Okay, of the Vatican in charge of discipline of faith and all of that. And that office, that document suggested a possible blessing of gay couples. Okay, that's when the bishops were saying, if you bless a couple, it's tantamount to recognizing their marriage. And if you recognize their marriage, then you also recognizing their sexual relations and all of that. So you basically condoning homosexuality. That was a protest, but okay, and this is a big but. But, so the documents that came from out there, the guy realized that it didn't do enough consultation and whatever type of thing about this document, and so began to do some more with it. And now they ended so the Pope was saying that he's for blessing of persons, not the blessing of couples. Okay, you may be in relation with anybody, but if you came to me alone, asked to be blessed, I have no problem. I should not have a problem blessing you.
Right.
If you came as a couple, asked me to bless, then that blessing entails, blessing a union, and a union of two, as what? I know again for the sake of this interview, I know cases where two men live together without intending to marry. They say they live together for company. Okay, so they will not go and ask for marriage. I also know a married man who lives with a wife, both of them are married, and they say, we've decided not to have sex. So you have these variations. Therefore, I mean, if two men came and they say, we're living together for company, because what becomes objectionable for the church and the faith is their sexual, whatever type of thing.
Indeed.
That is where...
So Your Eminence, because you've spoken...
You know, to criminalize anybody, you need to be able to identify the crime. Okay, so my position has always been LGBT cases are not to be criminalized because traditionally the Ghanaian culture has known of people with, some such tendencies. And I say this because there is an expression in the local Akan language, that of mine, of men who act like women and women who act like men. There is an expression for it. It means that this phenomenon was known in the culture, in the community and all of that. But nobody went on to make any policy out of that.
In Uganda, the official leadership of the Catholic Church has stayed silent, has not condemned what the Ugandan parliament has approved of.
Because I think we need a lot of education to get people to separate, make a distinction between what is crime and what is not crime. What's a personal habit and not a personal habit. So something that, that tradition may be referred to as a taboo and all of that.
Well, it takes time. It takes time. According to the Ghanaian Catholic Bishops' Conference, it is despicable lifestyles, practices, and behaviours. Is it time? And you are one of the senior voices of Catholicism in Africa. Is it time to move away from that kind of language?
It is time. What I'm saying, it's time to begin education to help people understand what this phenomenon is. If culturally we had expressions and terms for this type of, it just means that it's not completely alien to the Ghanaian society. Not being completely alien to the Ghanaian society, now that is coming out this form, what has to be the response? I think this drastic form that is taken in Ghana and probably West still in Uganda is been the perception that the West was imposing this, connectedly, linking it with some donations and grants and all of that. It's kind of politicized that in such a way that the reaction to it has also been equally political in character. But I think we could, all of this, from my point of view, and this is what I think I speak about with a couple of other bishops, is to be able to understand more deeply this phenomenon.
So I think some working. Obi so there. It is easy and LGBT. One stands in it to the now. What can that for her? What can that for her? Bofunkutin eleka. Came in and put up a press with it, but say how many more. I can maybe so straight question there. Opinion. LGBT, do you accept it or not? As a Christian, as a Ghana is not all that Christian. And if we were to have a situation where Muslims and Christians would have come together to condemn it, that would have been different.
Were you not in this country when the chief imam called on the president to sign the anti-LGBT bill?
So what do you mean by that? White man, Pope, and opposition for pedo identity. And to me, we one on car, some say they can. It's so because a position is. Now the madam can make a man. I have a lot of Catholic friends in the no be aware say father I will be shama word na when word that is any be your own experience me akaka no be back actually dey it am dam enyumnyam kasa na work and we your position bi wo international enyumnyam to kwana kasha Ghana even Hollywood higher Hollywood boys kujo I Ghana ni otu Ghana fu enenim atase otu Ghana fu enenim Peter Mesa Spartacus I Ghana ni obefe obaya mambre nyame adome kejanwa broni ne nsam nkoti na di adwuma na wadam asem eken de ya wo mbenfo ebie na obotu abo de bompa momon the what's there they want to live for companion no one can say baby as ya ba Ghana ehun de Ghana fu mbenfo ebie na bodwe kotu a wa ba wo de osofo bompa men ne yentu ya pede yet na yen have sex atibida how can you even make such a statement? Idris Elba ya Ghanaian born British actor. Shadow oba base Hollywood something bi wo osu. O de nyumnyam le bagana ha. Dam na me hwehwe mama asam peda kanye. They can judge them international stage. What's we need? I don't know why who's can I judge Google to come about the idea of Monkofo or be the way we say more. And I'm coming president to be no impact. Is the bono be easy. Sometimes people fall on some of us, we also have to fall on others. Because I bet that you can watch. Oh, motive do into him that any problem. To watch you no longer, and you also you have to fall on someone. So you take it and then come and help them. Them the reality. It's them black pope na them nyama nyama na wakakadam kasa no. I'm not one of them. There I was Kofi Annan watching nyum. I found one in 96, 97. Time no in US Secretary General. In case of also French. I could see Saponia in Yanyim, and I could see Sapon from BBC. Joy out this whole BBC. One of the news item one man, or end on a catchy. I say, I'm at my China, which means tomorrow. Let's say Ghana. Damn Queen Yo said, yeah, a palliative plane from Dubai, Adiba Ghana. I was the largest airline was Abu Dhabi from Adiba. A catchy were playing him. No sooner some gun and he beats him out. As he came out for a message and numb.
Praise our Hamadi. Now, one more, you want my help, one pain in the day, so right now, I'm from one of my age, but couldn't make action. Daniel, and I mean, yeah, we have a Rena, you and soon I'm resting, and I've been that night. David Bakra, my mom, Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Solomon Crane. I'm the captain on this 818 operated by the EK787 shortly bound Accra. This is a history flight because today is the first time we are taking the 380 international. No, but my history, and I would like to welcome the program we have and Brazil Lights. With me is a senior officer, Pedro Almahari.
What find time then me are emotional. You never be a while, who the man no more. Yeah, first black poop at the Union Baba. It was shine gun on a global, whatever global uses all sort of terms. When an American get the opportunity to come to Ghana to do something, and that opportunity is work created, he invites his fellow Americans to come. When a Chinese came here and realized that there's a place called Bobuase or whatever for mining, they started bringing their people, and Galamsey has now become a business for them, and is destroying our water bodies.
As a Ghanaian or African, you get that opportunity to get to the highest peak of life,
to become a secretary general, to become this, to become that, and all that you do is to become a puppet of the white person. And you come and tell me that it's a global light for us, for you and who? Let's be real. As Africans, look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. I'm hearing that they want to overthrow the young man. For what for? For the first time, the whole world is standing behind that man. Let America take care of America. Let Africa take care of Africa. That is the way it's supposed to be. I don't want to be emotional today because I believe I've said so much. I need to end the program. Forgive me, this is not my usual style. But these things, I needed to say it. That is why we need people who can be competent to make sure they help develop our continent, our country, and our future. Devoid of NPP, NDC politics, and all those kind of stuff. All the time begging. Let's build our own system of government. May the good Lord bless you. And thanks for watching. The name is Inoki Joe. Program proudly brought to you by the Hawk Investigations and WACO. Hawk is calling you for all kinds of investigations. You just call them on 020-228-3252. When you need them for undercover work or some special kind of work, they will be there to assist you. Equally, if you need sand for road construction, for schools, and so on and so forth, call on WACO, also on 050-571-4871. That's 050-571-4871. Those of you who are into the construction, industry, that is the one company to fall on. They will be there to assist you in whatever way that you want. I've been ably assisted by Kofi Ansa and the rest of the crew. Thanks very much for watching. If I said something that didn't go well with you, forgive me, but I have to do it, and do it hard sometimes. May the good Lord bless this country, bless Africa, bless you, and bless us all. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.